Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the southern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Today I have lots of things to discuss. First of all, the systems. The systems is out in the southern wilderness, baking in the sun. Well, it's early morning, so it's baking in the coastal clouds. Anyway, I used this vinyl-like tape. I found this on eBay, and you get a bunch of different sizes, and it's actually pretty good tape. It stretches. It can go around a radius, in the thinner widths. You can bend a tighter turn. So I'll post a link to that if I'm happy with it. It seems to be working pretty well. Burnish down a good edge and the like. What I really like about the internet is you learn something new every day. Now, when I built this, I had no idea how to set one of these things up. And one of my viewers, who I shall call Vladim, because in fact his name is Vladim, sent me some information on these. Now, my guess, with a name like Vladim and a good knowledge of this style of boats, I'll bet you he's somewhere in Eastern Europe. Now, where would a good old Southern California guy have a chance to get hooked up with somebody in Eastern Europe to talk about how to set up a model boat? You got it. Boat gang. That's cool that I can talk to somebody on the other side of the planet that says, oh, I know all about that. Here's the deal. And let me tell you, he sent me some information, and I tell you what I did wrong on this thing. Well, part of the submarining is because of the straight shaft. Now, I knew when I put this in that the straight shaft was going to cause issues, and the early boats were built this way, but they figured out a way around it. And what was happening, for the most part, it ran really good. It ran a little bit wet. And I had, do I have it here still? I had a great big speed control right up here. Now, the torque of the motor, remember the propeller rotates this way, so the torque wants to make it rotate the other way. So the torque of the motor makes the boat want to rotate this way. I have this big heavy weight up forward and on the left. And when I give it a left turn, it's going to submarine, especially if this prop is wanting to pick up the back. Now, here's the secret in the information that Vladim gave me. Not only did it include a good CG, and he recommended a straight drive. We'll get to that in a second. But I'm living with this because I wanted to do this intentionally. But here's the deal. In these boats, they kick the rudder forward. And what does that do? When you turn the rudder, it plants the back end of the boat, preventing that submarining thing from happening. And so that's how these things really turn, is they kick this rudder forward and they stick their butt in the water and turn just like that. And so I put the rudder in vertically, and really it should have been kicked forward. And, Vladim says a lot of that problem is cured with getting your prop angle more parallel to the bottom of the boat. Well, since this prop shaft's only this long, there wasn't a whole lot of room. So on this boat, that's exactly what I did. I dropped this angle here, and he sent me some drawings of the 10-shock boat. This is, of course, the German boat, but the 10-shock boat's very similar. And so I've got a good idea where CGs are supposed to be. They run the CGs a little bit forward, but you notice everything's a little bit forward on this. So this, I'll take the correct transmitter out next time and get to run it. So there you have it. The systems. Oh, let's cut in right now and I'll give you a little look at the systems. Here, Dr. Jet, show us the systems. Da, 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 da. Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the Southern Wilderness here at Dr. Jet Laboratories. Out here, baking in the night morning low coastal clouds and fog, generally clearing by noon, is the first tack coat on the systems. It's dry to the touch, but it needs a week to get really good and dry. This is a pretty light tack coat. I wasn't getting good coverage, so I sprayed a couple more coats, but it's still a tack coat. There's some areas here you can feel it's still kind of, the paint went on dry. That's okay. My main goal on this first coat was to get a good seam with my tape joint here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's there. So what I did is I used a vinyl tape, burnished down the edges real good, and the first thing I did was spray paint from, back here somewhere, to put a light misting on that, the line between the black and the white where the masking is. And then I'd come back again, hit it. The idea is I want the paint pretty dry by the time it hits that masking tape. So several coats of that, and I got enough buildup on there. My main goal on this first coat was to get all these little interior edges and things in here, and then I'll give it a good sanding to knock down some of this dry stuff that went on here. There's a couple of places in here where it's a little light too. So give it a week to dry, sand it out, and then sanding along that tape line will help. When I peel the tape off, it'll help break the paint that's stuck to the boat from the paint that's stuck on the tape. So there you go. So enough of the Southern Wilderness. Back to our regular programming at the Stink Bug Works. Okay, welcome back. Anyway, until next time, Jet out.